The odd NASA record of nobody winning the first 3 rounds of the season finally fell last week, albeit in the new second-tier Rallycross contenders with Cody Cosgrove. We then saw the clash of the Codys in the supercar sportsman class, and we saw Evan McFarlane get collected in an early accident in the overall championship. We end our European journey tonight at a very tricky venue. The Spanish Grand Prix is next. Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya. Opened in 1991, North American Simulated Auto Racing started visiting this circuit in 2021B. A nice 0.69 miles in length with 10 corners in total, 4 to the right and 6 to the left. We utilize part of the Grand Prix circuit as the lap begins going flat out around turn 1, down to the off-camber turn 2. A tight right chicane of turns 3 and 4 begins the first dirt section to another trouble spot here, the hairpin. We transition back to the asphalt here. Yellow curb on the exit of 5 is track limits, and now we blast back up the hill until the right-hand hairpin in the second dirt section. Over the jump, back onto the asphalt to the Joker decision. It's a slower lap here in Barcelona, but you do get a much better top speed down into turn 2. For the regular course, it's around the corner of 10, past the start-finish line, and that completes a lap here in Barcelona, Spain. In NASA Rallycross, our format is as follows. Regardless of division, our field is split equally into 5-lap heat races with 1 Joker lap. The top 2 transfer to the feature automatically out of each heat. The winner gets 3 bonus points, and the runner-up gets 2. The rest of our drivers are sent to the semifinal round, also 5 laps with 1 Joker. The top 2 transfer through to the feature and receive a bonus point. This sets the grid for our 8-car, 10-lap feature race where the points are awarded and trophies are handed out. Unique to NASA Rallycross, 2 Jokers are taken during the feature. The 29th season of the NASA Rallycross Challenge continues tonight, with Bryan, Sawyer on the production truck and 2022A Sportsman Class champion Justin Robichaud next to me in the commentary box. My name is Josh Mertz as we welcome you to the 10th running of the Spanish Grand Prix. The NASA Rallycross Challenge is brought to you by Overwatch Specialty Service. The only thing more unique than your problem is our solution. For more information, visit osscenter.com. Thank you so much to Rob Hartland for your continued support of NASA Sim Racing. Our coverage on ASN tonight also brought to you by NordVPN. For up to 63% off a 2-year plan, visit nordvpn.com/ASNTVUSA. Thirdly, our cameras for this entire season are provided by TrackCams22.com. And finally, our intro music was produced by our very own Alex Abedi. Justin, so many storylines. Cody Cosgrove, 3 in a row in contenders, crashing with Erdmann for the sportsman win, and Evan crashed with his teammates, and Francois Martel and Alex Abedi dueled like seasons of old. How are you, and what are your thoughts?
Oh, I'm excited. Like, the Barcelona's a fantastic track here. A lot of the guys don't really like it because it's a bit argy-bargy and fun, but we've made that big format change, Josh, and we've got smaller fields now, so really excited for this track because I think, and I was talking with Bryan beforehand, I think this track's really going to shine, Josh, and we're going to see these storylines not only develop, but really come to fruition and be very interesting tonight.
As we begin qualifying, we'll take a quick look at the Drivers' Championship coming into round number 4. Cody Cosgrove, 23 points ahead of Cody Winicky, Matty Grove, Chris Wetz, Matthew Lindy rounding out the top 5. Cosgrove beginning to pull away with those 3 consecutive victories, and everybody else squabbling down the order. And as a result, the team's championship, Slapex Racing Subaru 120, Slapex Ford 83, JC Simsport Jr. with 63, and down the order. So let's take a look at qualifying. And I think first man out, actually, Jake Robichaud, but Cody Cosgrove actually just spun coming to his first lap.
Oh, boy. In
the 18, Chris Wetz begins his lap. We'll just have to take a look. The Slapex car's orange for Halloween, and Cosgrove, it's an odd one to say this, Justin. He might have time for all 3, but we're a minute in already, and he just now has begun his qualifying run, and he's not going to have the speed that everyone else is.
Yeah, there's some opportunities there coming off the Joker. If you get the full time in, you can really essentially give up a lap and get 2 pretty quick runs off the Joker if you use that. So yeah, there's some opportunities now. You kind of have to make a decision. Are you just going to avoid that now and just take that 2, maybe 3/10? Actually, I think it's more than that, Josh. Huge hit.
Winecki has crashed on his first qualifying lap.
Oh wow, lots of
People
storylines
spinning, and he resets. So let's see the first time. Jake Robichaud, 41.2. Ed Boyle's 42.4. Darnell is going to end his first lap. It looks like it was a Joker, and is that Boyle's on monitor that has spun? It is, in the 38. Cody Crosgrove fastest at a 41.1, despite not having all the pace, but Jake Robichaud, 41.2. Boyles, Rateau, Erdmann. Erdmann's looks like he's going to begin his second lap, so he must have made a mistake on his first lap as we take a look still at Crosgrove in the 18. And what's interesting about this is he could basically sacrifice that second lap because you want to make sure you get that run off the Joker, like you said.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a huge advantage, to be honest. It's really worth deleting that one lap and having 2 opportunities at it. You really have to practice it and perfect it. Oh, Derek a bit. Oh, really loose on the exit of that turn. That's one of the tricky turns here in this course too. That hairpin, Josh, that transition from dirt to asphalt is pretty jarring to a vehicle, especially like this one with all those differentials and managing the turn there and getting the most of the speed is very, very tricky, especially to do consistently.
Expecting when the car is going to bite is crucial.
Yes.
Once you figure that part out, it's throttle control and knowing when you're going to grip up. It looks like Winecki, 40.952, has gone fastest of all in qualifying. Wow. I'm trying to find on monitor where Crosgrove is. He is going to end his third lap. And if I recall from practice that I ran earlier, Crosgrove did not run a 40-second lap. He ran a 41.1, was his best. So will the man from Canada be pipped by Winecki here? Final couple of corners for the 18, rounding the corner, crossing the line, 41.4, nowhere close.
Wow, I'm impressed. For a 40-second lap time is very respectable here, Josh, and something that's a little bit above this class grade, I think. I think I put those times down like a 40-second lap time, and I'm in the Supers division. So, yeah, a low 40, a really high 39, I think is what we're going to see in the next session. But 40, very respectable from Cody. He's putting in the work, and it's showing here.
So Winecki trying to take the fight back to Cody Crosgrove, especially after the second and third. Matthew Lindy is trying to find him on my screen, crossing the line. It looks like Matthew Morris was finishing his lap in the 24. It's okay, Brian. You'll learn names eventually, I promise. As Morris overruns turn 2, so easy to do in these cars because you think you can handle it. You think the car can handle all that speed you got, and you hit the curve. Then it's off camber here in Catalonia. Oh. Off the road you go. Super easy.
Yeah, and that's another tricky section, Josh, too. That little shimmy after, I guess we call it turn 2. It's tricky not only because you need to get the car right. You're jumping over a curb, so the car's unsettled. You have very little tires on making contact with dirt. You bring the car down to a slam and try and get that rotation out of it with a wall in your way. And you'll see a lot of drivers make the mistake here and probably hit that wall tonight, Josh.
Morris clipped the dirt entering the Joker, but he only has 20 seconds to start and finish his lap. He's not going to be able to finish this lap, the man from Illinois. So Dubois is on track, but he's done with his run. I think we could call qualifying done. Cody Winecki, Cody Crosgrove, Jake Robichaud, the top 3. And interesting, Cody Erdmann down in 11th. In the 52.
Yeehaw.
After transferring up and winning the sportsman race.
Oh, it's tough.
Cody Winecki just said that he had his baby on his lap the entire qualifying lap.
Stop it.
He just said it.
Get out of here. Is he going to do the heat race with her? Oh, my God.
Great for heat number 1. Welcome to NASA, where everything happens. Cody Winecki, Matthew Lynn, David Duthwaite, Ed Boyles, Olivier Rateau.
That's wild.
Crosgrove says, made one mistake in chat.
Yeah, that's all
I'm surprised about Erdmann. Surprised about Erdmann. Not to go too far on a tangent, but he was over at my house over the weekend, and he tested my Logitech stuff. I feel like he's out of his groove on his Fanatec stuff. So easy to get that. So easy to have that happen.
It is. It totally is. I
Getting
remember
ready.
the first time I came back. Oh, we'll let it go here.
Get ready for Heat 1, and then you'll finish your point. Front row, Winecki and Lindy. Green flag in Barcelona. off the line. Winicky blitzes Lindy down to the first corner. Lindy closes the door on Doothwaite through turn 1, up to turn 2, which is really turn 6. I promise that's not confusing. Into the dirt for the first time. You want to hug this Armco on driver's right. Lindy had the line perfect compared to Winicky. So easy on the throttle through here. 4th gear, over the jump, flick the car. You have to pretend the barriers aren't there to be the fastest part. No joker on the first lap of the race. But we still have the top two all over each other. Boyles has spun in the 38. Oh. Sorry for missing that. Thanks for picking me up on that. But we have a battle for the lead between Winicky and Lindy. These two battled in Great Britain, remember? And Winicky,
Cody's so tight to the wall.
I thought he was going to high center himself. Lindy pressuring, and Doothwaite there if anything goes wrong.
And Lindy's not giving Cody any room for mistake at all. He's right there on his bumper. There's no room for error. No room for error, Josh, at all.
As I'll mention something Robbie Kirtley came across in our chat. You'll see him in the supercar race a little bit earlier. Lindy Jokers. He says contenders out-qualifying him. And he's in the supercar division.
Hey, I said it. That 42nd time, that's a super's time. That's incredible. Lindy makes a good choice here in Jokers. Puts himself
will he get stuck behind Doothwaite, though?
Yeah, he will. But you know what? There's a bit of a gap here that Doothwaite's not slow. He's not going to hold him up, I don't think, unless he makes a mistake. But we'll see what happens here. Oh, my goodness, Cody, and he gets out of the way.
So now, Winicky's still got a joker. This is going to be a battle for the transfer with him and Doothwaite. And Lindy in the middle. To the inside. He sends it. Contact with him and Doothwaite in turn 2, or turn 6, sorry. Lindy gets hit by Winicky. RG Bargy in heat number 1 here, Justin.
Oh boy, I don't think that was the right move. I think we should have just waited for Doothwaite. There was a little bit of urgency and it started to bleed through there. There was a small opportunity, but maybe not the right time to take it, as we're going to see some things shake out here. Cody off the track a little bit.
We talk about the contenders being the not as quick as the supercar drivers, trying not to be mean about it, but my point is maturity in the cockpit. Lindy should have known that Doothwaite and Winicky had a joker, and he tried to force the issue a little bit too early.
Absolutely, that does come with time too, Josh, for sure. That we would consider that, rallycross like racing IQ, and it does come with seat time. And also another thing we're noticing here too with these drivers is just the
Doothwaite nearly into the wall. Winicky looks to the inside.
There. Oh, and I was just about to say we're noticing a little more mistakes from drivers of this caliber too. Again, it's not a diss to them. This is just the caliber it is. These guys are working their way up to that, and the reason they're down here is for these reasons. One of my biggest hurdles as a driver was mistakes, and once you get past that point where consistency is perfect and you're doing everything great every lap, and you can do it for 10 laps straight, that's when you start to really fight for positions and be competitive and find speed.
So Lindy leads. Winicky and Doothwaite battling. Doothwaite got hooked on the curb there. The yellow sausage curb is legal. Winicky looking to the inside. We're coming to the white flag, and we are battling for a transfer. Meanwhile, at least on my monitor, Doothwaite's disappearing, and I'll tell you, one of the most terrifying things is to battle a blinking car.
Awful. It's awful, Josh, but iRacing does it
pretty
darn good.
He's holding him up now.
Holding him up now, Josh, you know it, and this is where that patience comes in. If he would have just waited, there may have been an opportunity.
The car just did not want to comply with him.
Pushing so hard.
Absolutely. Car
lock up
through the chicane. Yes, you have to make sure that you are rotating for that. He's gonna have the time to send it into turn 5. Looks nearly contact between them. Quick blast up the asphalt to the dirt for the final time. Doothwaite holding a transfer. Winicky's got really one last chance.
And he makes the move.
In the 9, takes the spot from Doothwaite.
Final lap, and we're going to consider that a pretty clean move.
Checkered flag for Lindy. Doothwaite. Winicky transfers. Best of the rest is Doothwaite, Boyles, and Rateau. Wow.
Yeah, good race, guys. Sorry for that contact there.
Some apologies coming through on the chat there, Josh.
Absolutely. It's great to see. Great to see the sportsmanship for sure. Depending on who you are, you would say that pass that Winicky made was a little argy-bargy, but I'll tell you, that's NASA DNA. That's Rallycross DNA. Just give him a little check, shove him out wide. Nothing wrong there. Cody Crosgrove, pole position for heat number 2. Wetz, Rakowski, Erdmann, and Darnell. And that's crucial for the start because this doesn't put Winicky on the front row, and he is faster over Crosgrove over a single lap, so it's going to get spicy. So we get ready for heat 2 here in Barcelona. Green flag off the line. Crosgrove, very slow start compared to Wetz and Erdmann on the outside of turn number 1. Crosgrove comes across into Wetz, bumps into him, saves it. Wetz doesn't benefit from there. Darnell now into the second spot, into the dirt. Erdmann gives him a nudge. Darnell nearly into the 18 of Crosgrove, and it's beneficial for Darnell to be up here. But what's unfortunate is you can't take your Joker on this first lap. So, Justin, you have to stay behind all these guys. Yes. And potentially be stuck in traffic. Crosgrove runs a little wide as we begin the first lap.
Oh,
Darnell, Erdmann, Wetz, Rakowski.
Here we go. I don't mind
it. Very wide in turn 2 is the man from Wisconsin. Darnell looks to the inside of Crosgrove through 4 into 5. Hairpin for the first time. We noticed that surface change between the dirt and the asphalt, and we ride on board Crosgrove in the 18 through turn 6. Darnell, Erdmann, Wetz, Rakowski. Who's going to Joker on this first opportunity? If you're Crosgrove, I wouldn't. You'd be stuck in traffic. But someone's got to pull the pin here. And Darnell does. Erdmann does not. Wetz thought he changed his mind at the last possible moment. And Rakowski does as well. So now, this puts Crosgrove and Erdmann first and second.
And it's funny you mentioned coming out into traffic, Josh. If we look at
Erdmann
Darnell,
hit the curb in turn 4. Thought he was going to go into the wall. Crosgrove nearly into the wall as well.
And actually, Crosgrove was a bit tight on the exit there on that turn 2, having a hard time getting that front right planted, and that car turned left before that little chicane, that shimmy there. We've been talking about that. Driver's struggling now that the track's a little bit worn in. But what I was gonna say actually is, look at Josh Darnell. He's not really in traffic. He's kind of chasing Cody Erdmann's coattails a little bit, but with these smaller field sizes, you could almost Joker on the first opportunity here, Josh. And
this is going to be crucial.
A bad way.
Erdmann will have the run. Darnell's going to have the spot over Erdmann.
Unbelievable.
Even with the speed down to turn 2. Wow. Darnell, commentator's curse, maybe into turn 2, very wide. The rear of the car did not want to plant to the ground, and he is all over the track, nearly contact. Former champion versus one of the newcomers here at NASA. Checks him wide.
Erdmann kind of puts himself in a bad spot there. Had to know that car was going to come over flying there to make that corner at those speeds. Not a great place to be side by side, Josh.
Into 6. Darnell opens the door. Erdmann says, thank you, I'll take it. Gives him a little touch. Gives him a second check in the 52 to the 029. And battling for a transfer spot with 2 laps to go. I thought Darnell was going to end up in the tires there. Crosgrove Jokers holds the lead.
Ooh, they still keep it together, Josh. Nice and tight here. Erdmann a little loose on the exit there. Gives up a bit of time.
Struggling in the 52.
Something's not right there. You have to wonder if that little second tap maybe knocked something out on that left rear, Josh.
I don't want to out him yet. I will.
He's having a hard time turning that car left.
He has not practiced a lot. He told me on Saturday night, and I think it's showing. Darnell looks to the inside. Erdmann leaves the door open into the wall. That's going to be a slowdown from the sim, I think.
It totally is going to be.
It isn't.
It isn't, actually. He must have got it back in. It is just a 1x
off track, according to Bryan, yes.
Yeah, so, okay, good to know there. Good to know.
This battle isn't over. White flag for Crosgrove, not missing anything up front. We've got 1 NASA race versus 18 wins and 2 championships. White flag for the transfer spot. Darnell defending down to turn 2. Erdmann locks up left front, complaining, under braking. Rakowski, Wetz haven't missed anything in the middle. Erdmann sends him! Darnell has to cut the track. They hit again!
But Darnell's serving a slowdown though now, so, and a little bit of frustration coming out in the entry, in the inputs
I took a quick look. It was not Erdmann's fault. Darnell missed the corner, and Erdmann took the corner like he wasn't there.
Wow.
Final lap, final corner. Crosgrove wins Heat 2. Erdmann will transfer. Best of the rest, Rakowski, Darnell, and Wetz.
What a race, Josh. That one was exciting all the way through.
And just to confirm those results, Crosgrove, Erdmann, Rakowski, Darnell, and Wetz. So, as Wetz has rolled it off screen in the 71, and he's turtled in the bug.
Oh, boy.
Heat 3. Robichaud, Dubois, Grove, and Morris.
Good luck, Familia. Good luck, Maddie.
So, words of encouragement coming through.
I wondered for a second, why is he saying that? The 3 Slapex cars are in this race, and then there's Matt Morris.
Oh, those Slapex cars look pretty good too. The orange, I really dig that. The festivity coming out in the drivers tonight.
As we get ready On Halloween Eve, here in NASA Rallycross Heat 3 and Contenders, green flag. What a start from Jake Robichaud compared to Dubois. We're back row of the grid. Down to the first corner. Dubois misses the corner by a mile. Grove and Morris get past him. What a start from your dad in the 69.
Look at that. Look at him go.
Dirt for the first time. Turn 6. Robichaud leads Grove. They both are wide. Morris hugs the dirt in the 24. And Dubois in the 034. It's just so tempting, and I said it the last 2 heats at this point, because you can't take the Joker, and I'm sure that'll get tiring, but it's just so tempting to take the Joker on the first lap, but because this track's like Daytona and Knockhill, you don't begin the first lap, so it'll throw you to the back, and these guys have to remember that.
It really is a bit of a shame, too, Josh, because, like, if you could, and it's because of the start, and I think the start is in the wrong position in iRacing because the track hasn't really seen an update for it. But
it's Dubois into the wall in the 034. He was battling with Morris.
Oh,
continue. Sorry.
Again. No, you're fine. Driver's still seemingly learning the track here from the wear placed down from the first heat. Usually the first lap is a good, little bit of a scout run. A bit wide on entry is Jake here as he comes out.
Morris Jokers, full commitment. He was fully sliding on the grass in the 24. I don't know if that's going to help him at all, as he's now behind Dubois. So Jake Robichaud, Matty Grove, Dubois, and Morris are the running order right now.
This is a fantastic little show that Jake's putting on here. Now I'm keep calling him Jake. I want to call him Dad on stream, but a little bit of a mistake. I'm giving him some commentator's curse. I hope he's not listening in right now, but great little drive here so far. But back to Jokers. Oh, I'll let you go.
Couple of laps to go. I was just going to babble on aimlessly, so you can actually go ahead with the point. We were talking about Jokers. Robichaud does not. Grove does. Grove Jokers.
There's the first strategy. So
Dubois
I guess
doesn't. Morris already did. Be careful on the Joker merge. Grove holds the spot. Dubois around into the wall is the man from Maine.
Struggling with that car tonight. Have to wonder if there was maybe some issues early on, or if he's just getting a little frightened out there, but
he had the same issue in the lights race, and he rolled it in that heat race.
So we're calling it Dubois corner, I guess.
Dubois corner is the final corner, and he's crashed in turn 3, sorry, again. So not having a good day.
Oh, poor fella. Yeah, that's never fun to see. Never fun to see. Never wish that on anybody. As Dad jumps down into the Joker here.
Joker's rounding the corner. Will he hold it? Easy on the merge. 2 to go. Takes the lead back from Grove. Or sorry, holds the lead, I should say, over Grove. Morris in the 24. Dubois, that running order has not changed.
So much respect between those two even as teammates, there's just a ton of respect, even if they weren't. So, yeah, you have to know they were going to merge pretty safely there. But great drive from both of these guys. Look at two Fords out front today, Josh. We haven't said that in a little while.
The name of the game of Rallycross is throttle control. And I could tell you a bunch of useless facts about this, but I'll tell you that you're basically 3rd and 4th gear with an egg under the gas pedal, because if you go 1 millimeter too far with your throttle input, you are going to spin the wheels and no traction. As we take the white flag, Jake Robichaud leading in the Ford Fiesta, ahead of Matty Grove in the Ford Fiesta. And, of course, Contenders being its first season, Ford has not won a championship because nobody has won a championship, but I can tell you that Ford has not won a manufacturer's championship in NASA Rallycross. They have won with drivers, Alex Abetti in his championship season in 22B, but Ford, because they got outnumbered by the Subarus, have not won a championship. So maybe one of the Slapex boys on the Ford division. It's going to be hard to take it to Cosgrove, though, but they are looking good.
Cosgrove's going to be a very, very tough competitor to beat in this class for sure. He's shown that he's shown he should be in the Supers class fighting for a top prize there. But these two
Robichaud wins heat number 3. Matty Grove in 2nd, and I'll tell you what, those two all over each other as to the LCQ, Morris and Dubois.
And drifted around the corner, doing some rightful celebrations. Great win, Dad. Fantastic.
I think that's his second heat win in a row in the 69.
Oh, something clicked with him recently, and everybody hits it. There's a little bit of a peak, and you kind of get over it, the little hump, and then you make big leaps, and it feels fantastic, and he's showing it here.
Semifinal A in Barcelona. David Duthwaite, Matty Morris, Josh Darnell, and Olivier Rateau. These races are a little bit different. You only get the winner out of these. So you don't have the comfort of being in second. So it's all about the start, of course. And who will maintain the pace? We know Dewthwaite and Darnell showing pace. But it's all about the consistency like you talked about, Justin. 5 laps, 1 joker. Winner transfers, gets a bonus point to join the other 6 in the feature race. We are just waiting for Matty Morris in the 24. He's on track. Gridding process is complete. The lights will come on shortly. Revs build. 5 laps, joker once. Winner transfers to become the 7th seed here in Barcelona. Green flag. Morris misses the start. Darnell, what a start from the back row of the grid. He nudged into Morris, who I thought was going to hit Rateau. No issue there. Darnell leads Dewthwaite, Morris, Rateau into the dirt for the first time. Ford, Subaru, Ford. Dewthwaite to the inside. Contact with Morris and Rateau. Over the jump for the first time. Darnell leads over Dewthwaite as we ride on board. Side by side for the lead. Dewthwaite, Darnell! Beating and banging. We haven't even began the first lap. And Dewthwaite takes the spot over Darnell, Justin.
Oh, and Matthew Morris just kind of slides out of the way of Olivier Rateau, too. Makes a mistake in there. So lots of shifting around in this first lap. And we haven't even, technically even begun it.
Into the dirt proper for the first time. Darnell much quicker in that little section compared to Dewthwaite down to turn 5. You want to make sure the car's rotating before you hit the asphalt, and Darnell over-rotates into the wall in the 029. Going to be left front damage for sure on that Ford Fiesta.
Absolutely. That's going to be painful.
Matty Morris has retired in the 24. He spun in that first little switchback there. And Dewthwaite, will he take the joker? He won't. Darnell does.
Yeah,
Rateau does not.
He went early last time around too, but he's going to come out, I think, in behind Rateau now.
Easy.
Oh,
so,
actually, not too bad.
Dewthwaite, Rateau, Darnell. And now Darnell, head down, stay focused, and hope that Dewthwaite makes a mistake. That's the only thing you can hope for if you are the 029.
Yeah. You have to get your mind right real fast. There's not many laps in any of these shakedown races to fill the feature, so you got to get it done pretty quick. But there's still an opportunity here. Dewthwaite looks like he's really having a hard time turning that car left in that little shimmy in turn 4 and 5. So we'll see what he's got here. Darnell seems to be laser sharp there. If he can stay out of the way of Olivier Rateau and Rateau doesn't get in his way, or
Darnell's just replicating everything that Rateau is doing. Fastest lap for Dewthwaite was a 42.4, 42.5 for Darnell. He is a 10th slower, and he's running out of time.
Oh, Dewthwaite's just...
Overcooked it, and around Darnell goes in the 029.
Oh,
and I hate to call this race ran, but pushing so hard, and you just haven't found the level of grip yet, Justin.
Yeah, that's a really... that's a bad place in the race to be spinning. You can effectively call that one over, but yeah, pushing too hard, that's one of those things. You really... that comes with racing IQ, Josh, and time and seat time in the sim. Like sometimes backing off and not attacking in a certain spot is the best thing to do, and maybe prey on another mistake or even a joker shakedown. So a track like this, it's never over until the joker strategy is really unfolded and you see where everything comes out into play.
As Dewthwaite on the penultimate lap in the 155 for Warrior Racing, trying to be the one Warrior Racing car in the feature. As remember, Ed Boyles did not make the feature through the heat race. As we'll ride on board, Dewthwaite in the 155. Over the jump, 4th gear. Drive, like I said, like those tire barriers don't exist when you're turning in, because if you fear them...
Get a joker in here, too!
Did he joker already? He did not, but he's got no issue on the Delta as soon as Darnell had his issue there. So Dewthwaite flying backwards up the Grand Prix track to the off-camber turn 2. Such a tricky corner to get right. Hard to get the braking point here right. You want to try and brake as much as you can on the asphalt and make sure you're rotated around the barrier. It's really hard to do. Trust me, I can't even do it right. To the circuit again. Past where we start. Up the hill again to turn 6 into the dirt. Like I said earlier, 3rd gear, hug the Armco. 3rd, 4th gear, easy on the throttle between the barriers. Over the jump into the final couple of corners. And David Dewthwaite will be the 7th seed here in Barcelona. As best of the rest will be Josh Darnell. He will get 9th place points, 11th Rateau, and 13th Matty Morris.
Ooh, what a good race. I like that. I'm excited to see what LCQ2 is going to bring us and who's going to make it through here. Great little lineup for this next one coming up here as well.
as Rateau had some issues in the 63 to get passed by Darnell. As we take a look at the grid for the second semi-final. Jess Rakowski on pole position, Ed Boyles, Eric Dubois, and Chris Wetz. Another 5 laps, winner transfers here in Barcelona. Wetz has terrible luck in the 71, so hopefully the lone Volkswagen car has some good luck in this semi-final. Rakowski on pole, Boyles showing pace as well, couldn't show it in his heat race. We get ready to determine the 8th and final seed here in contenders in Barcelona. Green flag. Wetz has a better start than the first two. Will he clear them? No. He pulls side by side. We're 3 wide into the first corner. Boyles pushes wide. Rakowski takes the spot from Boyles, from Wetz, from Dubois. Into the dirt for the first time. Boyles wide. Wetz sneaks to the inside in the 71. Nearly contact between them. Nearly contact with Wetz and Dubois. But fairly clean through this second semifinal start. Very cautious here, Justin, as we begin the first lap. Rakowski leads.
Yeah, and Wetz backing out. Like I said, he was in a similar situation where he could have pushed in, but Wetz, a long-time runner of this series and a long-time racer. He knows it's just, I'm gonna hold out. I know there's some Joker strategies coming in. I hope I'm not gonna do it on the last lap because you don't want to waste that runoff. But no, Wett's a smart driver. He's gonna wait it out here and see. Hold up for a mistake as Jess scrubs the wall. Ed Boyles a bit too much wheel spin on the exit there, I think.
Runs it wide, struggling to find the apex in the dirt as Ed Boyles, the second lap in a row that he had that. We ride on board Wetz in the 71. Remember, the man from Texas, the only man to race in every single season of the NASA Rallycross Challenge, dating back to July of 2012. Boyles jokers, Wetz does not. And the Volkswagen setup is struggling. He's on 2 wheels in the final corner, and I'll tell you, the light was doing that too if you ran that line. So it's a tricky one. It's a tricky one.
I actually have a really nice photo of running this. I can't remember this season, but I ran the Beetle and the tires come out.
Rakowski hit the wall in turn 5. She ran very wide. So did Wetz.
Oh, all the drivers coming outside in the exit here. Very wide. Yeah, let's
Dubois and Boyles battling. It looks like, I think we're trying to pull up a replay here. I'll keep an eye on the field up front. Rakowski does not joker. Wetz does not joker. Justin, take it.
Oh boy, yep. Just missed the apex a little bit too early on the swing. And my sim is just deciding to throw stuff up on it. But yeah, just way too early on the rotation of the car. Scrubbed up against the wall there. And yeah, that's just so easy to do, Josh. That's a very tricky corner. I personally can't get it right every single time yet. It's one of those ones I work on, but it comes in strides. Used to be once every 10 laps I could
contact with Boyles in turn 5, extending it to try and take the spot, and that's after Dubois set the fastest lap.
Oh, wow, so Dubois coming out of nowhere. And maybe it was the car that was hurting him last time. Maybe he got into a bit of damage, but he's obviously he's here and awake now. Just needs to find a way through here, the traffic.
Rakowski comfortably up front. No jokers between the top 2. Boyles, Dubois.
Oh, and Eric sends it in again. And rotate, and he spins out. Just same move, basically. Gets into the inside edge, just racing too hard. You have to wonder if Boyles is... Eric feels like he's being held up a little bit here.
I have to ask, are you on live call? Because I think you just called the incident from earlier on, but it is okay if you are.
It's possible. Oh my God! Thanks so much, Josh. Yeah.
Welcome to NASA Rallycross. I promise we know what we're doing.
That's what happens when you do a replay.
Rakowski jokers in the 999. Wetz will not joker. Will they come out in the joker merge together? Rakowski holds the lead, taking the white flag. So now, I don't know if Wetz will have the delta over Boyles for the best of the rest spot, but Wetz can still pressure potentially Rakowski into a mistake.
Possible. We're coming up to a high mistake section of the track here for all these drivers so far.
Very cautious. No slides from these guys in this corner. Boyles does.
No,
remember, Wetz still has to joker.
Seems like, yeah, all of them erring on the side of caution, trying to just get through there clean.
Final couple of corners. We've seen these tire barriers bite numerous people over the seasons. Rakowski, final couple of corners. She wins the semi-final. Boyles will pip Wetz at the line for best of the rest, along with Dubois. So Wetz last.
And I mentioned that Josh, he took his strategy on the final lap. He used the runoff on it, so there was a missed opportunity there to at least gain some time back.
So we're going to step aside for just a couple moments. The grid is set for the contenders feature. We'll be back shortly.
You're so interesting.
I love your browser history.
I like that you're not hiding anything from me.
By the way, nice IP address. I like your neighborhood.
You are so special. This ad is just for you.
I learned so many things from you.
You are so generous with your personal data.
Switch on privacy, switch off trackers and viruses. Go to nordvpn.com. NordVPN. Safely be you.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Mertz has led all evening long, but Schofield to the inside, and he makes it stick. Funny story about Bryan Sawyer. He showed up to the track 5 minutes ago with 0 practice, and each lap increasing in pace for the man from Wisconsin. Mertz deep on the brakes in the 812, clobbering the curve to get by Olivier Rateau. Absolutely be doing what he has to do. He has to go for the championship. He has to recover the points that he lost. He's down the race, takes the lead in the 12. What a move. And he takes the lead and holds it.
Side between these two in turn 1. This is going to get spicy.
Turn 1, over the jump to begin the first lap, clog at the inside line. McFarland contact between them. They are still side by side. This opens the door for Wetz. He can't make anything happen. Over in the 26, he has not won in quite some time. Dragster acing the entry to turn 1, up heading to the inside. Magnus gives him a nudge. Grip strip on the inside, Phil. Wetz had a little bit better run, but looks like he's going with the spot. We welcome you back to the fourth round of NASA Rallycross Contenders here in Spain with Bryan, Sawyer in the production truck, and 2022A Sportsman champion Justin Robichaud next to me in the commentary box. My name is Josh Mertz, live on the Automotive Sports Network. The NASA Rallycross Challenge is brought to you by Overwatch Specialty Service. The only thing more unique than your problem is our solution. For more information, visit osscenter.com. Thank you so much to Rob Hartland for your continued support of NASA Sim Racing. Coverage on ASN brought to you by NordVPN. For up to 63% off a 2-year plan, visit nordvpn.com/ASNTVUSA. Cameras for the entire season provided by Track Cams 22, and our intro music produced by Alex Abetti. Justin, quick prediction before I read this grid.
Oh, I think this one's going to be. I think it's going to be Matthew Lindy. Actually, I think he's got the pace today.
Good luck, everyone.
He's got the consistency, and he's going to pull it out.
Lindy, Cosgrove, Robichaud, Winnecke, Erdmann, Grove, Duthwaite, Rakowski. Cosgrove broke the record. Now he's trying to extend the record, trying to get 4 wins in a row. We got 10 laps, 8 cars, 2 jokers getting ready in Barcelona. Green flag in Spain, off the line. It's one of the Fords. It's Robichaud. Bad start. Side by side. Lindy and Cosgrove down to the first corner. 3 wide. Winnecke thought better of it. Looks like Cosgrove got checked by Lindy, who has disappeared. Erdmann sits in third. Grove, Robichaud side by side with Rakowski. Up the dirt for the first time. Rakowski beating and banging with the 69 of Robichaud. And Winnecke bowls his way through as well. Over the jump. Lindy leads Cosgrove, Erdmann. Grove, Rakowski, Winnecke, Robichaud, and Duthwaite. Lindy will begin the first lap, but Cosgrove sneaking in on car number 3 in the 18. Again, trying to make it 4 wins in a row, and I don't think Lindy's going to give it to him easily, Justin, as we enter turn 2, nearly contact between them.
Cosgrove's got a toe hook on Lindy right now, and it's basically whoever makes a mistake.
Cosgrove gets hit by Erdmann. Benefit side by side into turn 5 for the first time. Will we see 3 cars under a blanket? Cosgrove checks Lindy twice in the 18 to take the lead. Lindy won't like that. Tries to send it and misses it.
Yep,
Erdmann to second.
If you let a little bit of rage or a little bit of adrenaline overpump you in those scenarios, it can definitely lead to some mistakes. And Lindy just needs to stick his head down. There's still plenty of race left
jokers. No jokers yet. I don't know if that was a good idea from Erdmann, especially.
No, I don't think so either.
Rakowski jokered in the 999.
From Lindy either, because he basically just rammed into Erdmann in the turn there.
I think Lindy would have been the one to make the move. They let Cosgrove run away. It's over.
Oh, Cosgrove, a little bit of a mistake there. Slow up.
Erdmann is trying to run the grass, exiting that corner. I don't know if it's benefiting him or not. And Lindy, for sure, should have jokered that first time around.
Yeah, he has to now. But you know what? You watch, Cody will joker too, and they'll go at the same time.
Lindy to the inside of Erdmann. Will they make contact?
No way!
What?
He brushed him. He brushed him like a broom. Just swept him out of the way.
Like a feather, just a touch. Jokering is Erdmann. Jokering is Matty Grove. Jokering is David Duthwaite. Welcome to NASA Rallycross. Wow. Why did you split the divisions when there's 14 cars? That's why.
Pucker up. Welcome to Rallycross. These guys are kissing each other on the track now. It's unbelievable.
Cosgrove. I was hoping the Discord community wouldn't make it to the broadcast. Cosgrove leads Lindy, leads Erdmann, and Erdmann got snookered, the former series champion. I can't get over that. I'm sorry, Cody. I cannot get over that one. What a move.
That was really, really nice. Very
Rakowski
nice.
has spun in in turn 5. We've got a battle for, it looks like, 4th and 5th between Winnecke and Grove. Off monitor. Cosgrove, no joker. Lindy has jokered.
Oh, and he's going to open
Where
up
will
the
he
spot.
come out?
Nope.
Holds the spot over Erdmann.
Has it. Big time. So now, that I think is a smart move by Lindy because he gives himself some clean air. He's a little bit behind on Cody, but to be honest with you, it kind of looked like he was bridging a bit of the gap. I'm a little sad that Lindy jumped off on his joker because I was watching that gap delta like a hawk, but we'll see if Cody goes off when they come close together here.
Cosgrove, Lindy, Erdmann. Grove sneaking into the picture on the former series champion, defending sportsman champion in the 472, so 3 NASA champions in this race. As Winnecke, Duthwaite, Rakowski, Robichaud. If you really want to stretch it, Winnecke's a champion too. Remember the Endurance Cup from last season. Cosgrove jokers in the 18.
Lindy makes the mistake.
Lindy hit the sausage curb on corner entry, and as soon as you're bouncing the wheels, it's over. You're going to lose so much time.
I don't think he had it anyways, Josh, but there's still a huge time lost there on that turn, slamming the tires down as Cody. Oh no, he hits the wall.
Gets passed by Erdmann, and now we've got a battle again for second.
Beautifully, but loses the position.
So Winnecke completed his strategy. Grove has completed his strategy. Duthwaite, Rakowski, Robichaud. So the only 3 cars, Lindy, Erdmann, Cosgrove. I don't think anyone's got anything for Cosgrove, and I hate to call it this early. We ride on board Lindy in car number 3. Jokering is Crosgrove. What will Erdmann do? Erdmann jokers, Lindy does not.
Go.
I think
Parting for a few of them here.
Winicky contact nearly between them. I was going to say whether it's going to be contact. It's the jokering car's responsibility to merge at Erdmann. I didn't think saw Winicky.
No, but that kind of ruined Cody's line, and it's not really the exit he wants there on that turn. Like I said before,
Into the wall.
There's a runoff, and you want to get that advantage and use it at some point in the track. So if you come out in traffic, you're almost destroying that small advantage you have by taking that joker too. So
Winicky pushing really hard. Remember in NASA Rallycross with the 2 divisions, you do transfer up to the supercar race if you finish in the top 3. So Winicky missed the supercar race last week compared to Erdmann. Where is Lindy? Lindy's jokering. Erdmann and Winicky are squabbling, and Lindy will hold the spot.
The lines between these two drivers are so different, Josh, and you can see the ebb and flow. And right now, Erdmann has the advantage here. It seems on almost all.
Erdmann locks up into turn 2.
Pushing so hard to keep up. Lindy right there, just grasping onto this position here.
And in a unique NASA nature, as I'll get to the point in a minute, as I thought Winicky was going to go for Erdmann. Quick storyline, it was just announced that Magnus Okenhaug has left JC Simsport to race for Squadra Stun Zed with Russell Peterson. So they are a new car. It was just announced, so expect that just in a couple minutes here.
Shocking.
For the Norwegian. I can tell you personally, I'm not upset. He only had 1 car. I would do the same thing. So perfectly okay. Remember, Justin Ament bowed out of supercars a couple of weeks ago. Let's get an update. Cody Crosgrove, 3 laps to go for the Canadian, trying to make it 4 wins in a row and extend the NASA record. Wow, it took 11 years to break it, and now it only took 1 week to extend it potentially. But I'll tell you what, Justin Robichaud, we have a hell of a battle for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, and the top 3 transfer up to the supercar race. Like I said earlier, Cody Winicky trying everything to get by the 52 of Erdmann.
Oh, boy. Yeah, this is a wicked little battle for the drivers that are going to go to that next race, and we're going to see.
Winicky had the line, hit the wall.
Oh.
We still got 2 laps to go. Cody Crosgrove out front.
That final podium spot, so spicy.
Winicky trying. And remember, everyone on fixed setups, so everyone's got the same car setup. It's just a matter of figuring it out the best. And Crosgrove, just for context, half a second faster than Matthew Lindy the last time around. A second faster than Cody Erdmann the last time around.
Oh, it's so close. Lindy. See the dry, like the line difference. Cody
Winicky to the inside.
Swing.
He is expecting Erdmann to leave the door open a centimeter more, and then he'll take the spot.
Oh, he's, he's gonna snatch it. He's gonna go. Here he is. He's gonna. Cody's so clean on the inside. Tight gives nothing away.
White flag for Crosgrove in the 18. Erdmann slides it wide ahead of Cody Winicky. Remember, we got 3 Codys in this race. Winicky looks to the inside of Erdmann. Nearly contact. They do hit. And he gets turned for the 2nd consecutive week. Stuck into the tire barrier. This gives Matty Grove the transfer spot. As Winicky did the sportsman thing to let Erdmann by, but in that result, it has put Grove in the transfer spot.
Oh, no.
As Erdmann is on the outside looking in, because it's Crosgrove, Lindy, and Grove.
Wow, a huge shift in the top 3.
Final corner. The record took 11 years to be broken. It is extended after a week. Crosgrove, 4 in a row. Lindy will come home in 2nd.
Good race and good win there, Cody.
Why I say anything can happen in NASA Rallycross. Matty Grove transfers into the feature. Cody Erdmann best of the rest after contact with Winicky, as Erdmann, Rakowski, Duthwaite, Robichaud, and Cody Winicky down to 8th, Justin.
Oh, down to the end of the field. And,
good last lap battle, Cody.
Drives the car right into the gravel, and you can tell he's not happy with his performance there. No, that's not good to be on the cusp there.
I'm sorry
Moving
forever,
on.
I bumped at
All it
the
takes
finish.
one mistake in one corner. And he's, very bummed about it. On the radio already, apologizing. Again, just true displays of sportsmanship between the drivers here tonight.
As we do have the top 3 pulled up, we're going to bring in our 3rd place man, Matty Grove. Always a great interview, but especially after this, I think this is going to be a hell of an interview. As Justin Robichaud, Matty Grove, all yours.
Matt, fantastic. So we always talk about, anything can happen. What was going through your head when the seas basically parted for you, and it looked like all of a sudden you're in a transfer spot? Walk me through that.
I'm gonna be honest. Again, I say this every time I end up on the podium. This field is unbelievable. The talent in here. You just have to keep pushing. I was 100% in my mind, just trying to hold down my 5th place that I was running for the points for the series. And then I come around that corner and I seen those two guys broadside, and I was like, man, whatever you do, don't screw up now. Oh boy, I'm out of gas. I can't do any more burnouts.
I got you. I got you doing burnouts here.
But yeah, man, that was a great race. That was a great race.
Unbelievable drive, Matt. Unbelievable drive. And you're going up to the next race tonight, so you're not done. So we'll see you very, very soon. That session is up now. You probably want to get down in there. Very quick though, before you head up there, anybody you want to thank?
I obviously want to thank my wife and kids for letting me do this all the time, putting time in the sim. I want to thank that guy parked right beside me, Jake Robichaud, Eric Dubois, Cody Crosgrove. Don't hold me to this, but I think he stretched the record that he broke.
I just said it took 11 years to break the record. It took a week to extend it.
Yeah. So
Yes.
again, I just want to thank my wife and kids, the good Lord above, my team, with the mojo we got going on, working together, driving together, having fun. It's showing on the league races. So congrats to all those guys. Congrats to everybody here. Big shout out again. Thank you, ASN, NASA Sim Racing, www.nasasimracing.com. Like I said last week and about Killed Justin, get your ass off the couch, get in the sim rig, get on Discord, get out here and race with us.
Let's do it.
We could easily put 20, 30 cars in the qualifiers. So everybody watching, thank you. Thank all of you as well. These guys bust their butts trying to bring this this live show to you guys. So hats off to you for coming out, watching us, keeping us rolling every week.
Man, thank you so much. The always great to talk to, Matty Grove. We'll let you go get ready for that next session, buddy.
Thank you, sir. See you guys in a few.
Good luck, bud.
Matthew Lindy, Justin Robichaud, all yours.
Matthew, great little race tonight. I had you to win tonight. Talk me through the first lap. That was a little. Was it a bit more argy-bargy than you were expecting? But talk me through it.
It's just, honestly, in my view, it's just rallycross racing. You know, Cody's a great guy. When I worked with him back in 2022, he's a very nice guy, very quick guy. I just got to play catch up with him. He's very fast. You know, I made that one mistake going into that tight S section, which, you know, I'm bound to make mistakes always in every race, but you know, it's a fun race.
Awesome. So now were you kind of hoping for a better strategy in your Joker? There was a bit of beating and banging. You have some front right damage. I'm trying to remember how you got that. I think that was Cody, but did your strategy play out for you tonight? I wanted to ask somebody about Jokers, because they you can't Joker on the first lap, so the track kind of gets spread out a little bit. But talk me through your strategy going into it. There's two you got to take. So what did you want to do? What did you end up doing?
Well, you're talking to the wrong guy about Joker strategy. You know, I normally just go into these races knowing the Joker delta and then taking when I need it.
Gotcha.
I just not on the first lap and not on the last lap.
You just do it on the fly. Awesome. That answers my question anyways too. I guess how you're processing that is right for me. So tonight, how did you decide? Did you just want to use it to get out of traffic tonight? Is that how you?
Yeah, and definitely just to get out of traffic. You know, this with the European Jokers mainly. I'm pretty sure all of them are actually slower as well, which will can get you out of the way.
Totally, it can put you into some trouble too. But yeah, absolutely. No, awesome. Well, great drive, Matt, tonight. Anybody you want to thank?
I want to thank Evan McFarland. You know, he's been teaching me the lines. He's been teaching me everything. You guys will see him soon. And same with Robbie Larill. Robbie Larill is a very great guy. I want to thank KES Industries, Pit Viper, Fluid Logic, OMP, True Speed, and all those guys in KES. And yeah, thank you to you guys for putting this amazing show on.
Fantastic. Thanks so much, Matt. We will see you in the next race, actually, because you're moving on. So we'll get you down in that session. Won't take you in here for too long.
Yep. See you guys.
Thanks, bud.
I hate to bring this up. We have time for one question for Cody, Justin, and then we got to run to ads because Bryan still has to switch over sessions.
Cody's probably gonna have another shot at an interview tonight anyway. So,
so
let's just get your quick thought on the race, Cody. How'd you feel about tonight? You ready for next race?
I feel pretty good today. Like, I like this track. So I'm ready for next round.
Perfect.
Awesome.
We'll end it there. We'll see you in the next race.
All right.
We're going to step aside. Be back shortly.
You're so interesting.
I love your browser history.
I like that you're not hiding anything from me.
By the way, nice IP address. I like your neighborhood.
You are so special. This ad is just for you.
I learned so many things from you.
You are so generous with your personal data.
Switch on privacy, switch off trackers and viruses. Go to NordVPN.com. NordVPN. Safely be you.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Mertz has led all evening long, but Schofield to the inside, and he makes it stick. Funny story about Bryan Sawyer. He showed up to the track 5 minutes ago with 0 practice, and each lap increasing in pace for the man from Wisconsin. Mertz deep on the brakes in the 812, clobbering the curve to get by Olivier Rateau. We welcome you back to the Circuit de Barcelona, Catalonia in Barcelona, Spain for round 4 of the Overwatch Specialty Service NASA Rallycross Challenge. We just saw the contenders race earlier on with Cody Cosgrove extending his points lead as Cody Wienecki made contact with Cody Erdmann. In the production truck, Bryan Sawyer. Alongside me in the commentary box, 2022A Sportsman Champion Justin Robichaud. My name is Josh Mertz. Thanks for hanging out with us on the Automotive Sports Network. Just a couple programming notes before we go into qualifying. The 5th round of NASA Rallycross Lights will be Sunday, the 5th of November. That'll be at Charlotte. You'll have Cody Erdmann, James Watson, Victor Valley for that. Our next round for the Overwatch Specialty Service NASA Rallycross Challenge will also be in Charlotte, November 6th. That show 8 p.m. Eastern time, 9 p.m. Eastern time for lights. And then the penultimate round of the Woven by Toyota NASA Sports Car Challenge this Thursday. That'll be at Okayama, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Myself, Bryan Sawyer in the production truck, Justin Robichaud alongside me. So, unofficial points. We don't have a graphic because of the way it works. So, Cosgrove 110, Wienecki 72, Grove and Lindy 69. So, Cosgrove almost 2 races ahead. Unofficially in the team's championship, Slapex Subaru has extended their lead over Slapex Ford, and obviously Subaru extends the manufacturer's championship. So those 3 transfer up to the supercar race. Let's get a preview of points right before qualifying here. Evan McFarland holds the red plate as the points leader, 28 points ahead of Francois Martel. Cody Cosgrove, Sportsman Championship leader, Contenders Championship leader, and third overall in car number 18. He's tied with Alex Abetti with 43, the former champion. Magnus Okenhaug, Josh Klog, Larill, Erdmann, Peterson, Palacio rounding out the top 10. Sportsman Cup, don't have a graphic for it, but Cosgrove leads over Erdmann. He's going to extend that lead without Erdmann transferring up. And OSS Racing Patrol Alpha 136 over Patrol Bravo with 73. And JC Simsport no more in the supercar class, with Matt Hartley having other commitments and Magnus Okenhaug making that move in the race session. We will not see the winningest team in a supercar race. Justin Robichaud, I know we're just about to begin qualifying here, but well, I thought I had practice times. McFarland half a second faster than Klog.
Oh,
Is that right?
Oh wow! You know what? Nothing surprises me with Evan anymore. He practices so much. And joking about it in the team chat today about he's just practices enough for everybody on the team. And yeah, it just shows every week. He's just a phenomenally hard worker. And just somehow gets faster. He finds speed where other people don't. So,
first man on track, Matthew Lindy in the 3, followed by Cosgrove, followed by Klog, McFarland, Grove, Kirtley, and everyone using the Joker to begin their first laps. Last week's winner, Martel in car number 1. We look on screen at McFarland, the points leader. Had that issue with Savian Ragster last week. No Ragster this week in the 91. As we begin our first qualifying laps. Martel into the fence in turn 4.
Oh, no.
That's going to invalidate his lap in car number 1. And we talked about it even at the top of the game here in the supercar class. People still making mistakes trying to push super hard. As Abetti, I think, made a mistake. No, he's beginning his qualifying run now. It's registering him lap 0, so the tie driver waiting. And McFarland, did McFarland make a mistake in the 04? He did.
Oh, boy. Wow, lots of drivers
McFarland
tonight.
made a mistake last week. Fastest so far, Martel, 40.748. Second, Cosgrove. Second, McFarland still went faster. That didn't register as a bad lap time, 40.2.
Oh, he's out again. Run another try. I think he's got one left here.
So McFarland, Martel, Klog, Kirtley, Cosgrove, the top 5. Grove, Abetti, Larill, Peterson, Lindy, Okenhaug. The 7th down the order have not finished a lap yet. Abetti's in turn 5 right now. Larill not too far behind him. Peterson from Illinois. Final couple of corners for the 59. 41.8. Lindy, that lap didn't count his first one, and he stops in the 3. Where is Martel in car number 1? He is beginning his 3rd lap. Remember, you utilize that 2nd lap to get that speed down the Joker to run down to the first corner. So everyone really has 2 runs at it. And Martel, come to think of it, did that lap register that he ran? It did. It registered as a lap time. I thought it wouldn't have.
Wow.
He pummeled that tire barrier.
Still half a second down, though, Josh.
Final couple of corners for Evan McFarland. Will he go quicker in the 04? Crossing the line, 40.3. A 10th off. Beginning his final lap will be Russell Peterson. Completing his run will be Matty Grove in the 472. Taking a look off monitor, 43.2 for the defending sportsman champion. Martel, as Lindy has spun on his 3rd lap. Martel has not improved. Where's Abetti? Abetti's beginning his 3rd lap.
A little bit, actually, and it lets Klog sneak into 3rd, but I think Klog would have
Klog made a mistake. No, he's done with his run.
Yeah,
forgive my ignorance there.
Yeah.
Larill is going to have 1 lap left, it looks like. Abetti's got half a lap left. Cosgrove, Kirtley done. Magnus, I'm trying to pick up on monitor. I think he might be done too.
Robbie's starting his last lap right now, actually. Fly off on the Joker.
Final couple of corners for Abetti, the former champion of the series.
So smooth.
In 2022B, crosses the line, 40.8. Only 4th quickest. Larill has crashed on his final lap. And that, I think, is all she wrote for qualifying.
Magnus is the last driver out, turning the final corner, and
41.5. So I promise, according to the graphics, he still drives for JC Simsport, but I promise Magnus does not drive for me anymore. It was released so late in the Contender show, Brian Sawyer did not have the time to update the graphic. No worries on that one. So, McFarland, Martel, Clauga, Betty, Larill, top 5. Crosgrove, Kirtley, Oakenhaug, Peterson, Grove, and Lindy did not get a time.
Sorry, I'm laughing because top 5 is all OSS drivers. Loving to see it. Larill, actually, he's squeaking every little bit of time here, and he's going to go for this last lap that the sim is going to let him take, I think. Oh,
is he going to... He won't have time, unless is he already on it?
He's...
Yeah, he entered...
He's practicing, guys. Yeah, that's true. Robbie practices, like, in his sleep, I'm sure.
Oh, remember when he used to practice at 4 a.m.?
All the time. All the time. He's... Yeah, he works at home, and he just... he sends it in the final corner, knows he has no time.
Works in air quotes, is that what we're saying?
Brian's works, yeah.
We take a look at the grid for heat number 1. We have Evan McFarland, Alex Abetti, Robbie Kirtley, Maddie Grove. I'm trying to pull up my feed here. Hopefully mine isn't broken. It is not broken, as everyone getting on grid. So McFarland back on pole position, seating-wise at least, but he still has to convert it. We've got 5 laps, 1 joker, and the top 2 transfer here in Spain. Abetti was prepared for that start. Green flag down to the first corner. He pulled McFarland, but he ran it wide. McFarland takes the spot. So hard to hold any momentum into that corner on this start. McFarland leads Abetti, Kirtley, and Grove through turn 6 for the first time. Remember, no jokers on the first lap. McFarland leads Abetti. I promise Kirtley is not the contenders points leader. His plate's a little messed up there for the 0-24. And McFarland already stretching a gap here, Justin.
Yeah, and McFarland was just a hair loose on the exit of turn, well, I guess it's not turn 1, but right before the start finish, the last corner there. And all these drivers, you can already see the line all pretty similar. Not too many people straying unless they make a mistake like that, Josh, which are typically a lot rarer in this session. But yeah, Evan's just again in a world all his own, running out here, showing why he's half a second faster.
Will we see a joker? We will not. Abetti does not. Will Kirtley? He does in the 0-24, and Grove does not in the 4-72. So former champion Abetti in 2022B champion of the series. And that's when he ran his Ford, and that's when Ford you thought would have won the Manufacturers Championship. And no Ford representation aside from Slapex, but they're the contenders cars that transfer up. Ever since the Pudgy scenario, Justin, we've got nothing but Subaru WRXs in this field.
Yeah, and I think that comes with the competition. It is, they claim it's a slightly better car.
I can tell you it's
not. I
not.
find it a lot more to handle. No, I think it is, but it's a lot more to handle. It's very clearly much heavier. The extra little bit
Grove jokers. Sorry to cut you off. He'll lose the spot for Kirtley. Go ahead.
That's fine. Like the extra wheelbase, the wider wheelbase, you really do feel it. It's a much differently behaved car. And to top it all off, you have a center differential as well. So the car behaves differently than the all-wheel drive cars you have in the Ford and the Beetle because it doesn't want to rotate as much, but it has so much drive off and so much power, especially in the dirt. So drivers that are very good with the setup can be very, very, very competitive in this car. And with the money we've got up for grabs now and just the elevated competition.
Betty jokers.
Internally in some of these teams, yeah, they want to be in the best car. They want to have a shot. They're hungry for it.
Betty holds the spot over Kirtley in the 0-24. McFarland holding a red plate as the points leader, the man from California. Betty from Thailand. Robbie Kirtley from Virginia. Matty Grove from Pennsylvania. Our 4 guys in this first heat race. If you like what you see, be sure to join us, NASASimRacing.com, for any and all information. Be sure to like and subscribe to the Automotive Sports Network. As Lindy had a good point in his interview, the European tracks do have the longer joker lap, and it does give you that run off the corner. Speaking of, McFarland jokers, no contest for the race lead. 45-0, and Abetti ran a 45-5 for his entry into the joker lap, so half a second up I think it's going to come down to turn 1 in the feature, and it's not to discredit any of the other guys in this race. And I'll be completely candid and transparent until we get the other top guys in the Rallycross division. I think it's Evan McFarland's race to lose, but Martel super quick as well. Maybe it's just an off day for them. I don't really know what to say, Justin.
I'm not sure. I mean, I know, like I said, Evan McFarland, they joke about him practicing for the rest of the team, but he really is putting in a ton of work. And
final couple of corners.
We're getting on the
Pole
last lap
position
here.
for McFarland.
There we go. I'll finish my thought after we get the grid out.
A Betty transfers in the 99. Best of the rest, Kirtley and Grove.
I spoke with Alex Abedi, and I think he admitted that there's a lot of time and effort that's required to keep up with somebody who's putting in the time and effort like Evan McFarland, and especially him being so fast. So, yeah, I think it's just going to take someone with a really good work ethic and a good knack for it to compete with him.
Heat number 2 grid, Francois Martel, Robbie Larill, Magnus Okenhaug, and Matthew Lindy. I could agree to that point of practice. Take it from me, I ran 5 laps of practice for this race yesterday versus hours and hours for Knockhill and Brands Hatch, and it showed. You have to, regardless, no matter how many laps, every single lap, you're going to find that little bit more of performance, a little bit more of what you can exploit with the track and the car, and it's just a matter of putting the time in, truly. As we wait for Robbie Larill to join up on this grid. Another 5 laps, Joker once here, Justin.
Yeah, and this is going to be a fantastic little race here, too. Francois Martel, another driver that's really going to try and give it to Evan McFarland. It's not showing on the scoreboard right now, but let's see what these guys give us here. Away we go. Heat number 2.
We get ready for heat number 2 here in Barcelona. Green flag. Better start for Larill down to the first corner. Magnus sneaks his way through and puts Larill into the fence.
Almost hurts
Larill
himself
takes
a
the
little
spot
bit too.
back, and now Lindy in an opportunity, and they make contact again, the 26 and the 213.
Still giving it back to Robbie now.
One of the most aggressive drivers, Magnus Okenhaug, lovingly known as the bowling ball of NASA in our Discord chat, and certainly trying to make things happen. And he sits in the 4th spot. Lindy over-rotates to begin the first lap. This gives Martel an easy, potentially run to the transfer. As Larill sneaking to the outside.
Puts Robbie in a bad place, though. Again, a driver choosing patience here.
Martel slapped the tire barrier again in car number 1. Trying to utilize this as another practice session. And
oh, boy!
Larill gets nudged by Magnus. Magnus is going to stop and let him through. Good sportsmanship. We saw that yesterday in the lights race, and we saw it earlier in contenders. We see it here. Just such a staple in NASA sim racing is the sportsmanship when you get into a guy.
Totally, and it's no one's fault. It's just a mistake. Robbie got checked up real hard because he was trying to stay on the inside, and I don't think Magnus saw that. Also, you're kind of flying down there. You're kind of flying down there in a dirt section, too. Very easy to lock up the brakes, too, when you get into a kind of an oh, no moment. You want to just jam on the brakes. But
so we've got a cracking battle for 3rd, but it's going to be best of the rest as Larill and Okenhaug have been glued to each other since the start. Yeah. Francois Martel yet to joker. Lindy yet to joker. Nobody has jokered. And Magnus, I'm surprised. Maybe he'll get the pace over Larill. Martel does not joker. Lindy does in car number 3. And this is going to be interesting because if he makes the feature, we talked about it last week, Crosgrove is going to be in a heat race with Clog and Peterson. And remember, they do battle for that sportsman mini cup, I guess you could say. Martel still holds the lead. Lindy, Larill, and Magnus. I think Magnus, did he joker? He did. So that results in the gaps being a little bit stretched out.
Yeah, for now.
And this is such a technical track. It's so hard to race with people. We talked about it earlier on, especially they're coming up as we look on monitor at Magnus, coming up to turn 6, and it just turns into a street circuit with walls on both sides. You have to be pinpoint with your precision, and you can't do that with any other cars around you. Martel fastest lap, 41.628.
Yeah, and every little mistake is heightened.
Lindy fastest lap, 41.3.
That's a very nice lap there. Really giving it to him. Now, these guys here 3rd, and once Robbie takes his joker here.
The gap is... Let me take a look once my timing
Robbie's
decides to
suffering
update.
A bit of damage, so he's most definitely hemorrhaging a bit of speed right now. His last lap of 42.2. Magnus a 41.9. So
Martel Joker's in car number 1. He'll come out no contest between him and Lindy as we take the white flag for the French-Canadian.
Robbie's got a Joker here now. He's not going to give up that opportunity for the speed, but they're going to come together here. We're going to see how it comes out.
Exiting the merge, no
Takes
contest.
it. No contest.
Lorel
There we
holds
go.
the spot.
Look at that. So that transfer spot really is, the best of the rest is really for that position in the LCQ. So Robbie's holding on to that right now. Really
Francois Martel became the sole owner of being the winningest modern-era NASA Rallycross driver, and last week he is tied with Dylan Livingood for 5th all-time on the wins list. Obviously, it's nowhere close to the feature yet, but he will at least be on the outside of the front row battling his teammate McFarland down to the first corner. Martel wins yet another heat in NASA Rallycross Supercars. Transferring is Lindy. Best of the rest, Loril with Okenhaug.
And really uneventful at the end, but an important race nonetheless, because we have a driver we weren't expecting going into the LCQs yet again. Just Robbie getting into some trouble. Always seems to have bad luck. This track always gives me bad luck, Josh.
The only way that he won a race, and it's no disrespect to Robbie, the only reason why he won a race was because we made a mistake and he practices in the dark, which, how does that make any sense?
And so next time we go inside Robbie, you should take a peek on his dash and check out the little treat I left there.
Heat 3, Clog, Cosgrove, Peterson. Getting ready for this final heat race of the evening. Clog and Cosgrove, this is going to be a great battle. And Russell Peterson getting involved in this as well. 5 laps, 1 Joker. And this will be the 5th and 6th seeds this evening here in Barcelona. Green flag off the line. Better start from Cosgrove. Peterson got checked by Cosgrove down to the first corner. Clog really squirrely under braking, and he takes the spot. The car was super loose as he turned into the corner. Will Peterson sneak to the inside of the 18 and the 59. He gives him a nudge.
Little push there. I'm right
Just
here,
move
Cody.
up through the corner. And now we'll see what 4-time consecutive race winner in the Contender Series Cody Cosgrove has for the former Supercar champion Josh Clog, double champion of the series. We remember back in 2022A and 2023A, snuck those championships away.
I do remember, actually, one of those championships that Josh won was the championship I won in Sportsman, so very fond of that season myself.
We remember that season when Luke Krause was decimating everything, had a little bit of an issue. He did not appear in it. I don't know if it's right for me to say. I'm going to say it anyway. I felt like that championship was kind of handed to him with Krause leaving, but prove me wrong in 23A when he was dueling with Alex, dueling with Francois, and then dueling with me in lights. He is super talented as he holds the lead at the end of the first lap.
Absolutely. Super talented and a new dad, so he's not really practicing as much either, which I think may be contributing to some of his lower standings than we're used to. But hey, you know what? Still a fantastic driver, shows up given all of that and puts on a great show for us.
He had nothing bad. He had a family emergency before the driver's meeting. I had to approve him to race as he missed the driver's meeting. So I'll spare you the details, but certainly family more important than sim racing.
Of course, and we're moving away from driver's meetings anyways, so no harm, no foul. Everything was kind of written out beforehand. So, oh yeah, glad to see him here tonight, and glad to see him. Okay.
Cosgrove hanging with the 199 at Clog.
Sure is.
Fastest lap 41.7 to a 42.2 for Cosgrove, and Peterson 42.2 as well. We ride on board the man from Maryland, Josh Clog, in the 199. Has 7 wins in the series. He's 11th on the wins list. Has a couple of wins to tie his former teammate Luke Krause in the 134. We have not seen him since he nearly made it 3 championships in a row, the Canadian. But Josh Clog picked up the pieces for Fiercely Forward at that time, took that championship, and is a journeyman ever since, switching a bunch of teams. He leads with 2 laps to go.
Just a great driver, and I have him on mine, and I was super happy to pick him up when everything kind of fell apart with Pudgy's Racing. So I'm so happy to have him on my team. He's just a great, not even fast, but he's just a great guy. Someone you just want on your team, in your corner. Just funny dude, knows the right meme or the right gift to send to just brighten your day, really. And between that and all the RC videos I get of him ripping in his backyard with his trucks and throwing dirt with his little Fiesta RC cars, I couldn't imagine being in a sim racing community without him, to be honest.
He jokers in the 199, Cosgrove jokers, Peterson jokered on the first lap, but everyone really running their own race as we take the white flag. Clog 45.3, 45.6 for Cosgrove, and Peterson last lap of 42.9 in the regular course. And Clog and Cosgrove looking to seal another feature appearance. I actually don't think Clog made it last week, as he didn't race last week in Norway.
That is correct.
But
yeah, a bit of a spotty schedule there, but you know what? That comes with parenthood. I'm kind of suffering from that now. Why I'm in the booth, really, and yeah, it's a little adventure. So, family, like we said, family always comes first.
Checkered flag for the two-time former champion of the series, Josh Clog, winning Heat 3. Cosgrove will try and extend his points lead in Sportsman. Best of the rest, Peterson to the semifinal.
Here we go. So what do we have in store for us next? This is where it's going to get interesting.
Another 5 laps, 5 cars, and the top 2 will transfer through to the feature. Taking a look at our grid, Robbie Kirtley, Robbie Larill, Russell Peterson, Matty Grove, and Magnus Okenhaug. I don't know if your internal feed is broken. Mine is a giant potato at the moment, so hopefully I'm making sense to what's being displayed. Couple cars outside looking in here that I honestly didn't expect to be here, Justin. Okenhaug and Kirtley.
Oh, wow.
I'm glad you talked. I was trying to get you to talk. I didn't know I didn't know if you lost me or if we've lost Bryan internally. Hopefully we haven't lost him. He's here. Just the internal feed's broken, so apologies on that one. As we are waiting for Larill in the 213, Robbie on track. So we get ready. 5 laps, top 2 transfer out of the semifinal. Here in Barcelona, green flag. Currently wheel spin off the line. Larill had the better run, but he's not stuck on the outside. Teammates, new teammates, nearly come together. Grove in the back of the field. Larill surges ahead in front of Kirtley. Into turn 6 for the first time. Kirtley nearly gives him a nudge. Magnus knows he wants to make something happen for his first race on his new team. Hit the wall, bounced off of Kirtley twice. Over the jump. Into the final couple of corners to begin the first lap. Magnus looked to the inside, clipped the tires. Kirtley holds it. And this is what Larill wants to see. We talk about it all the time. Second on back can squabble, and you hold that spot to hold the best transfer spot.
Oh, yeah. This is definitely what you want to see. 2 drivers or 3 drivers behind you battling while you just drive off into the sunset. This is what you practice for, really. All those time trial laps, this is where it comes in. Put your head down and go put a good race.
Kirtley on the curb. Passed by Magnus in the 26.
Just gives the spot up. Probably the smart move. This isn't a great place to battle.
Especially when it tightens up to be one lane here through the dirt over the jump. As we ride on board Kirtley in the 024. Will he joker? He does. You saw that late decision.
Oh, Russell wanted to go too, but he saw him go and decided to back out at the last second. That hurt him big time as well.
Not forget about Matty Grove. Not trying to say that there's going to be an incident, but we remember earlier on in the contenders feature, if there's a mistake, you can sneak your way into a good position here. And Matty Grove in the 4th spot here in the semifinal. Larill holds the lead over Okenhaug. We come to 3 laps to go here in Barcelona.
Oh, lots of smoke puffed up from Matty in that corner. Tons of wheel spin. And Magnus kind of seems, maybe he's pulling up a little bit on Robbie here. Dives into the joker.
Larill holds the lead. He did not joker.
Wait, but Magnus keeps that spot.
We have a 3-car battle for 3rd. Kirtley, Peterson, and Grove.
Oh, what happened there on the exit?
Grove is not jokered. Magnus holds the spot. He has jokered. So these guys battling for 3rd as they hit the wall, ping-ponging into one another, and Kirtley's going to get passed by Grove.
Ooh,
Grove looks to the inside of Peterson.
Drops back a bit. I think he gave Russell a bit of a bigger nudge than he was hoping for, and just kind of backed out a little, and sees an opportunity again here on Matt. Pushes his way through.
Sorry, Matty.
immediately.
Real
apologized.
jokers.
Yeah, that was my bad, buddy. I tried letting you get a last lap.
The real Joker holds the lead. And banter between the drivers.
I just love him. Yeah,
Kirtley's always overly cautious, is Robbie Kirtley. Always apologizing when he really shouldn't have. I'll be honest there.
apologizes back. I see you're good. Like I said, I love it. It was just great. Bunch of great
Such a wonderful community to be a part of, and I promise I'm not saying that as the owner and the guy who's worked with the team here to build it, but I was in practice with your dad, Jake Robichaud, and I don't run the supercar anymore, and I crashed into him, and I said, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." He said, "It's totally fine." Magnus crashes
does a
in the 26
and keeps it going somehow. How is he not? He has to have some front damage on that car.
I think he's done that one before. We take the white flag.
The sim's not displaying nearly any damage to me. What? Okay, he's having a hard time turning that car left. You see him yank the e-brake there, but wow! Bryan, you wanna go back and see that, because that was like the most beautiful 360 I think I've ever seen.
We're taking a look on monitor, hopefully at Robbie Lorille.
Oh my! Just a double, just crazy. It's crazy. I love it.
Checkered flag for Robbie Lorille. He wins the semifinal. He is the 7th seed this evening. 8th seed will be Magnus Okenhaug after his pirouette. Best of the rest in 9th is Peterson. 10th is Kirtley. And 11th, Matty Grove.
Going back and watching it, it's just... I don't understand how he kept that going. It's amazing. That has to be saving the year, Josh.
Nice.
We're going to step aside for just a couple moments.
Sorry
the grid
again,
is set.
Robbie.
The feature is next.
You're so interesting.
I love your browser history.
I like that you're not hiding anything from me.
By the way, nice IP address. I like your neighborhood.
You are so special. This ad is just for you.
I learned so many things from you.
You are so generous with your personal data.
Switch on privacy, switch off trackers and viruses. Go to NordVPN.com. NordVPN. Safely be you.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Well, Romain Rateau has led all evening long, but Schofield to the inside, and he makes it stick. Funny story about Bryan Sawyer. He showed up to the track 5 minutes ago with 0 practice, and each lap increasing in pace for the man from Wisconsin. Mertz deep on the brakes in the 812, clobbering the curve to get by Olivier Rateau. absolutely be doing what he has to do. He has to go for the championship. He has to recover the points that he lost. He's down the race, takes the lead in the 12. What a move. And he takes the lead and holds
Side by side between these two in turn 1. This is going to get spicy.
Exiting turn 1, over the jump to begin the first lap. Clog at the inside line. McFarlane contact between them. They are still side by side. This opens the door for Wetz. He can't make anything happen. Joker in the 26. He has not won in quite some time. Ragster acing the entry to turn 1. Up Betty to the inside of Magnus, gives him a nudge. Grip strip on the inside, Phil. Wetz had a little bit better run, but looks like Rally's going to hold the spot.
Still there.
We welcome you back to round 250 of the championship overall and round 4 of the 29th season of the Overwatch Specialty Service NASA Rallycross Challenge here in Barcelona, Spain. With Bryan, Sawyer in the production truck, 2022A Sportsman, Words Are Hard, champion Justin Robichaud next to me in the commentary box. My name is Josh Mertz, live on the Automotive Sports Network. Just a reminder, the NASA Rallycross Challenge is brought to you by Overwatch Specialty Service. The only thing more unique than your problem is our solution. For more information, visit osscenter.com. Thank you so much to Rob Hartland for your continued support of NASA Sim Racing. Coverage on ASN brought to you by NordVPN for up to 63% off a 2-year plan. NordVPN.com/ASNTVUSA. Cameras for the entire season provided by TrackCams22 and the intro music produced by Alex Abedi. Justin, quick prediction. McFarlane?
Yeah, all day. And I think there might be a little bit of bias in there too, but I think McFarlane just has too much for everybody here. He's way too practiced, way too smooth.
McFarlane, Martel, Clog, Abedi, Lindy, Crosgrove, Loril, Oakenhaug. 8 cars, 10 laps, 2 jokers. If you like what you see, be sure to like and subscribe to the Automotive Sports Network. And if you'd like to race, all the information is at nasasimracing.com. Thanks for joining us on the Automotive Sports Network. Round 250. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That's crazy. And to think that I've been out of the car for almost 10 seasons. Wow. Enough of my old man tangent. We wait for Robbie Loril to classically grid last, and the Revs will build for the Spanish Grand Prix.
Robbie does love to make everybody sweat a bit.
We wait. The count ends. I think he clicks grid right at the last possible second. He does. Thanks for joining us as we get ready for the Spanish Grand Prix here in Barcelona. Green flag in Spain, off the line. McFarlane got blitzed in the first phase by Martel. They're 3 wide down to the first corner. Martel gets sent wide by McFarlane, nearly contact with Clog. And Martel hanging with the Californian down to the first corner, into the dirt for the first time. Abedi, we get all the OSS cars all over the track. Clog gets hit by Martel. Abedi got hit by Crosgrove, and Abedi gets hit by Lind in the back of the field. So the tie driver in the back after the accident. And these guys better stop squabbling as we begin the first lap. Martel gets hit by Clog, and into the wall goes the defending champion in car number 1.
Oh, it's so tight there. They're all in a lineup, just hooked onto each other. I was just kind of holding my breath. It was bound to happen to someone. And
McFarlane
really,
leads ahead of Clog. McFarlane into the tire barrier.
Oh, and Abedi into a barrier as well.
Magnus trying to make the move on car number 99, Alex Abedi. I thought Crosgrove was off the track in the 18. Over-under for Magnus. Checks the 99 and takes the spot. Will we see a joker on the first opportunity? From our points leader, we will not. He does not joker. Clog does not. Loril does not. Will Crosgrove does? He does. Abedi does. And we talk about this every single time, and I say it verbatim. You got to do something different. And Abedi does. Holds the spot over Lindy and Martel. McFarlane, though, checking out, and his next closest rival in the points is Martel down the order. This gap is going to grow.
Yeah, it is, and Evan does not want to joker. You don't want to get put in traffic. It's a little bit too spread out now. He would really have to thread the needle to get into somewhere. It's a little too argy-bargy on this track. A lot of little mistakes happening from some drivers. Yeah, just check out, get as far away from that as possible, and then just dangle the carrot later on. Looks like. Robbie down
Real
in.
Jokers in the 213. He will come out ahead of
Magnus and
Oakenhaug
Cody.
as Magnus battling a Betty.
And he's going to get into traffic here with Lindy.
That's a sportsman battle. Remember, we have that. Crosgrove versus Lindy.
A Betty is out.
Turn 2. Lindy might have gotten distracted. He was sliding. I'm taking a look off monitor. A Betty. Magnus came across into a Betty and hard impact for the tie driver.
Yeah.
I'm taking a look off monitor. We're pulling up a replay. Crosgrove gets by Magnus.
Yeah, I'm good. Let's go. Yeah. Let us go. There, sorry. Oh my god, I lost it. We lost it.
You can roll it back. It's okay. I'm taking a look.
We got it right here.
McFarland, Clog, Larill still remains. Let's take a look. Justin, all you.
Here we go. Is the outside. Magnus off the track a bit. They come in together, and I bet there's nothing left of that car there. Puffs the smoke.
Of course, it's virtual racing, so everyone's okay. But we always talk about heavy hits, and that's the biggest hit I've seen in NASA Rallycross in a while. And Magnus got turned off the front bumper of Lindy and into the same wall. So 2 of our cars out, and it's been a long time since I've seen retirements in a supercar race. We had last week with Erdmann, but as far as I can remember, it's been quite some time. Let's get an update. Clog sets the fastest lap, 41.2. McFarland's still out front. Let me figure out who is jokered and who is not. So, McFarland 1 joker, Clog 1 joker left, Larill's done, Crosgrove is done, Martel yet to joker.
And another incident back here. That's Magnus.
I think you're in replay again.
Silly replay. No, my camera's all messed up. I'm hitting wrong buttons here. I'm messing everything up.
Speaking of a mistake that has popped up on the feed, Lindy has crashed in the hairpin.
Ow!
Crosgrove might get another sportsman win here. Clog jokers. Exits, battling Larill, holds the second spot.
Crosgrove is honestly one of the drivers with almost no damage on his vehicle at the moment, so sitting in a pretty good spot. Looking good for that win.
McFarland. What could have been if he didn't have that issue with Savian Ragster last week exiting the Joker in Norway? We could have been talking about 4 race wins in a row for him. What we're talking about right now is the overall podium between Clog and Larill, along with Crosgrove, Martel, Lindy, and a Betty. Magnus still on track in the 26. McFarland takes his second Joker in the 04, and he takes 4 laps to go here in Spain. We ride on board Larill in the 213, hunting down his teammate Clog.
And I don't know if you can see it, Josh. It is on the live feed. We're seeing it's a little bit blurry, but that's the Knight Rider sticker that's on his
Knight Rider sticker in his car. That's incredible. Magnus has crashed from the 7th spot, pushing so hard with a demolished car in the 26. Looking at Crosgrove in the 18. Sportsman champion from a couple seasons ago, leads the contenders, lead sportsman here this season. Clog and Larill 2nd and 3rd. Impressive run for Crosgrove. I know we've been talking internally about potentially moving him to supercars. That conversation might have to be had before the halfway point of the season.
If he's going to start coming in and placing top 5 and fighting for podiums here, it's definitely a conversation that has to be considered. Definitely a strong driver. Giving it to these guys here, and just kind of the lonely orange pumpkin bashing his way through OSS cars, and he's he's certainly turning some heads and really showing that he belongs here.
We're going to take 2 laps to go for Evan McFarland, trying to join a slew of names that have won the Spanish Grand Prix. Caleb Paul in 2014A, Cody Erdmann 2016A, some guy named Josh Mertz in 2017A, and Joey Bailey in 19B. Yes, those are the pioneer dates. Pioneers races, I should say, but Sindre Silva, Christian Lindo, Jakob Rafos, Carson McKenna, Francois Martel, and Evan McFarland trying to join that list of names.
And I think out of the drivers here, he has a fantastic shot. I mean, every week he seems to just get faster and faster, and just a lot, like I said, the work ethic that he's putting in, and the practice that he's putting in, yeah, he wants this real bad, and he's fighting for it.
We're going to come to the white flag for Evan McFarland, trying to get his 4th win. It would have been 5, potentially, without that issue. As remember, he won his first race when the Night Rider happened and we re-wrecked the field in Sonoma. And it's impressive, and I talk about it all the time. When you see a guy at the top of his game, it could be virtual, it could be real world, it is something else to watch. And Evan McFarlane showing that here in NASA Rallycross. Clog, Larill still on the podium, Crosgrove just a little bit far out. But McFarlane will round the final corner, and he is tied for 18th on the wins list with Marwan Moftah. He rounds the final corner. He'll break that tie. His 4th career win in the NASA Rallycross Challenge. McFarlane does it in Barcelona, Spain. Clog will come home in 2nd. Larill on the podium in the 213. Crosgrove wins Sportsman and finishes 4th overall. 5th will be Francois Martel, and how the tables have turned, the turntables, as everyone says. Martel won last week, 5th this week. Lindy 2nd in Sportsman and 6th overall. 7th, Magnus, and 8th, Alex Abetti.
Alex Abetti's car in the pits and pretty rough shape, Josh.
As massive contact for the tie driver. And not sure what's going to happen there, but what could have been for car number 99. We're pulling in everyone into our media pen here. And I'm going to see, the process is me interviewing the Sportsman winner. So, Cody Crosgrove, I appreciate the lack of an interview earlier on, but you have the pace, had a feeling you'd be up here. Talk me through both your races.
Well, Josh, I felt pretty good coming into this race. I had like I said, I've had a lot of practice, and I've really enjoyed this track. It's got a really good, nice flow to it. So all I needed to focus on for this supercar feature was to get a good start, and I managed to do that with these crazy guys in here.
Let me take a look. As without Erdmann here, and without Grove, Lindy was the only car to make the feature with you. You've got a considerable, probably a 45-ish point lead in the Sportsman Cup. So I guess with your points leads in both championships, how do you feel as we go back to the U.S. rounds?
Well, Josh, I wanna keep her going. I want to see if I could maybe get that undefeated season, but that's gonna be hard to get.
I hear you. Anyone you'd like to thank for your double win this evening, my friend?
I'd like to thank Slaypex. Those guys always cheer me on and always encourage me to do better. So I'd like to thank them. I'd like to thank ASN, you guys, for putting on the show. Yeah, that's pretty much it, Josh.
All right, my friend. Good wins, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks, buddy.
All righty. Robbie Larill, Justin Robichaud, all yours.
Robbie, welcome back. And you're on the podium this time, so we get an interview with you. How you feeling tonight, Robbie?
Feeling all right. I just got back from Rhode Island and decided to take a motorcycle trip up there to see how fast I can go up there and come back. So I didn't get any practice in, but yeah.
No practice at all. And you come in and do this. Wow. Fantastic. I knew you were driving back. I didn't know you were on a big trip and you were returning. So wow. So you were holding off Cody Crosgrove for a bit. Were you feeling a bit of pressure from him late in the race?
No, not too much. I was really just trying to catch Clog. I just couldn't find the pace.
So you had your
at
head.
all.
Yeah, you were looking.
I didn't even check my mirrors.
Oh, well, that's a good race. You know, when you don't look back or even consider it. Yeah, fantastic. Great run today, Robbie. Anybody you'd like to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank KES and Evan's gonna handle all the other sponsors because I got the memory of a goldfish or a rabbit maybe. So he's gonna handle that part. But I want to thank y'all too. Like I said, I love racing. I love y'all commentating.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Robbie.
Hi, y'all.
And one, I thought we were going to have Clog. Clog had to run probably to do family duties, so I'm going to hand this one to you, my friend. Evan McFarlane, Justin Robichaud, all yours.
Evan, you were on fire tonight. Like, how much did you practice? The team was joking a little bit, but it just seemed like you were on a completely different level from everybody else tonight. So just a good sweep. Your race was pretty easy. Were you worried at all out front? Like were you worried about coming out in a bad spot in the Joker? I guess that was really the only concern I saw for you.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just mostly worried about the starts and coming up on lap traffic, but the 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 Joker strategy, I just knew I just wanted to stay out in clean air and just run my own race because
Yeah.
that's where I'm best. So I just waited till Clog did a Joker, then I took a Joker and just kind of followed everyone's Joker strategy.
That's
So
fantastic. Yeah, it looked like you just wanted to stay clean, and there's a lot of battling behind you. So yeah, no, that's fantastic. Fantastic. Anybody you'd like to thank today, Evan? This was just a fantastic drive. You just basically did the whole sweep. So great, great job. Give us your sponsors. Robbie threw it all on you. He put a lot of pressure on you. He said you're going to handle all this because he has the memory of a goldfish. So
yeah, he told me. So hopefully I can remember them also. But yeah, TWRS, great setups. Because of them we're able to win here, and I'm very happy to see I think a OSS top 3 or like podium, whatever.
Yeah,
But
was sure was.
Thanks to them, KS Industries, great support of the team. OSS, Overwatch Specialty Service, Justin Robichaud, the best team manager out there.
You're too kind. You're too kind.
Marlin Sports, Fluid Logic, and yeah, that's about it. And also, I'd like to thank Robbie LaReal. He's helped me a lot, coached me a lot, and I don't think I'd be able to be this fast without him. So big thanks to him and you guys as well as my mom and dad.
It's awesome, Evan. The always fantastic to interview Evan McFarland. Everybody, great race tonight, my friend, and enjoy this victory. You're having a lot of them this season. We're gonna slap a bunch of stickers on that door.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's take a look really quickly at the points exiting the Spanish Grand Prix. As we cue that graphic up, I'll just go really quickly. McFarland, Clog, LaReal was our podium. Crosgrove, Martell, Lindy, Okenhaga, Betty, the rest of the feature. Then it was Grove, Kirtley, Peterson, the 3 that did not transfer. My internal feed is a potato again, so I don't know if we've got the points pulled up.
Yeah, it's up there.
As unofficially, according to my spreadsheet, as I cannot see Bryan's. Evan McFarland, 101 points. Francois Martel, 62. That's a 39-point gap. And in 11 years, I have never seen 39 points after 4 races. Incredible. Actually, is that right?
30. No, it's not.
Crosgrove.
So, it's actually 100 for Evan. I'm actually getting the feed pretty good now. So we got Evan McFarland with 100, Cody Crosgrove 64. Cody's in second place in the series.
Wow.
Been fantastic. And then Francois just 2 points behind at 62. Josh Clog at 58. He moves up a couple positions. Alex Abedi stays in 5th at 56 points. Magnus, huge drop, 2 positions down, 55 points, just 1 shy of Alex, with 50 with Robbie. Russell Peterson, 32. Robbie Kirtley, 29. Matty Grove, 26. And Matt up there in the top 10 as well. That's a great little sight to see there too, Josh.
And the OSS Patrol Alpha still on top in the Constructors Championship. Points are wrong on the graphic, but I can tell you it's about 90 points is the gap between Alpha to Bravo. As let me take a look at programming notes and some sponsor plugs, and then your boy's got to make dinner for my wife who comes home in like half an hour. So let's wrap this one up. Just a reminder, the NASA Rallycross Challenge is brought to you by Overwatch Specialty Service. The only thing more unique than your problem is our solution. For more information, visit osscenter.com. Thank you so much to Rob Hartland for your continued and enhanced support of NASA Sim Racing. Our coverage on ASN tonight was also brought to you by NordVPN. For up to 63% off a 2-year plan, visit nordvpn.com/ASNTVUSA. Thirdly, our cameras for the entire season are provided by TrackCams22.com. And finally, our intro music was produced by our very own Alex Abedi. If you like what you see, be sure to like and subscribe to the Automotive Sports Network. And if you'd like to race, all the info is at nasasimracing.com. A couple programming notes before we say goodnight on the Automotive Sports Network. The penultimate round of the Woven by Toyota NASA Sports Car Challenge that'll be at Okayama this Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern on ASN Live. You'll have Bryan, Sawyer, Justin Robichaud, and myself, Josh Mertz, on the call for that one. NASA Rallycross comes back stateside with round number 5 at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. You'll have NASA Rallycross lights on Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Victor Valley in the production truck, Cody Erdmann and James Watson for that one. And then our next round for the Overwatch Specialty Service NASA Rallycross Challenge, also in Charlotte on Monday, November 6th. Bryan, Sawyer, Justin Robichaud, Josh Mertz for that. We go live at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Justin Robichaud, give me a quick final thought. I have a feeling I know what it is, but I'd like to hear it anyways.
I'm so proud of OSS. Those guys just put on a great show. You know, as their team manager, I'll step away as a commentator and just say I'm very proud of the work they're putting in, and the camaraderie they're showing and all that. But as a commentator and kind of a champion and manager of the series, this is great. I'm loving the small field. The smaller sizes, I think, are really ironing out a lot of minor issues. Like the feature, I think, was just kind of it just kind of reiterated like the argy-barginess. That's the stuff we're kind of avoiding, and you get it in the feature, and that's okay. I think at that point you've got the 8 best drivers, so it is what it is. Let's let them have at it. But fantastic run from these guys. Another session, you could see the competition elevated just from one to the other, and just Cody. Cody brings that the Cody Crossgrove brings that supercars kind of speed to that session down there, and it's fun. It's fun to see. He should be a driver that those contenders drivers are looking up to and trying to really watch and follow around on race days, because really you want to be chasing someone that's a little bit faster than you to get speed. So this is just great. I'm looking forward to next week. Again, like just ramping up. We're halfway through, and it's exciting as ever. It's as exciting as ever.
Take it from myself, who I compared to like Josh Clogg, like yesterday, I had nothing for Josh Clogg. So even someone, and I hate to like talk about myself this way, of my caliber, who is quick, you still have that opportunity to learn. So the guys in contenders have that opportunity to follow Crossgrove, and that's the best thing. I absolutely agree. The best thing to happen to them, because that's you learn by having a rabbit to chase, I think is what the phrase is.
Yeah.
So as super fun as this was, I feel like my alarm went off to go run to the kitchen to make dinner. So the checkered flag falls on the evening. From all of us at the Automotive Sports Network, from Jess Rakowski, Victor Valley, Jared Lott, Chad Irvine, Philip Kraus, Justin Robichaud, Cody Erdmann, and Bryan Sawyer. My name is Josh Mertz, as we hope you enjoyed today's coverage of the Overwatch Specialty Service NASA Rallycross Challenge tonight from Barcelona. Congratulations to Cody Crossgrove, 4 in a row in contenders, another win in Sportsman, and yet another win for Evan McFarlane in the Sportsman class. Be sure to join us Thursday for Sports Cars, Sunday for Lights, or next Monday for Supercars. But until then, so long, everyone.